Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here with Jose Benavidez Jr., who takes on Mauricio Herrera December 13th at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas on HBO. HBO, you're there. Yeah. A big step up, I know, but what does it feel to be now on this card, fighting a guy like Herrera and on HBO where a lot of people get to see your talent now?
You know, well, it feels great because now I'm actually, fighting on HBO. They tell me you're going to be on TV. Before it was, maybe you might come on TV, maybe not. But I'm just glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm finally made it to a spot, where I could actually, I'm fighting a world-class fighter, fighting for his belt. So it means a lot to me. That's been my dream since I was a little kid. We've been training hard, and we're going to keep training hard till we get that belt. He's a tough fighter, but I think it has what it takes to beat him and to take that belt back home.
It seems in general that, of course, you're the younger guy, you're hungry, but it seems you're just, everything's coming along now with you. I know you had a long layoff, you had an issue with your hands. Talk to me about that period in which, did you go through any emotions where you felt like maybe you weren't going to be able to box because of the hand injuries?
Yeah, no, I was out for a year and a half. I broke my hand and I was out. I hadn't had a break since I was like 13 years old, so I took it was a good little time off, but it just, gave me more hunger, got me more motivated to fight again, because I would go watch my brother fight, I would watch the local fights, and I couldn't really do anything, because I had my cast on. So like I said, it motivated me more. I think everything happens for a reason, and I'm ready for this fight. I've had these last 3 fights with my hand, no problem. I feel good, and like I said, I'm just ready. I'm ready to fight.
That year and a half, you mentioned that it was hard, but did you always have hope that you would get back in the ring again, or did you have some maybe doubts that, like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fight because of the hands?
I never had any downside. I don't like being negative.
Yeah.
I always stayed positive, and I knew that I was gonna get back in the ring. It was just a matter of when, and what time. And then, I took a year and a half off, and I went back to the gym going strong. My hand doesn't hurt anymore, and everything's good now. Before that, I had fought probably like 5-6 fights, pretty much just one hand. Every time I throw my right hand, I'd tend to break it. So. But everything's good now, and I feel ready, and I'm strong, and I'm just happy that I'm at this stage now. I'm fighting for HBO, fighting for a belt. I'm happy.
So you're 22, you're undefeated, 15-0, going up against a guy who has a lot of fights, a lot of experience, fought the best guy in the division in Danny Garcia. What do you make about that jump, and that people that may call into question the experience?
Well, I've been reading a lot too. A lot of people are doubting me, saying that it's too early for me in this stage to fight this guy that's been fighting these opponents. But I've been sparring guys since I was 12, 13 years old. I was working with Pacquiao, when I was 16 years old, Timothy Bradley, Shane Mosley. So experience, he doesn't have more experience than me. I feel that it's the right time for me to fight this guy. I feel strong, I feel ready, and I'm gonna give everyone a show that they want to see, and I'm gonna give everyone, a chance to see what I'm really made of.
He gave you props in the press conference. Mentioned that I believe his nephew or his cousin told him to go see tapes of you. But have you seen tapes of Mauricio before when you were coming up? And I'm curious, what were your thoughts of him?
Honestly, no. I haven't seen it. I didn't see any videos on him. But like I said, I've seen his recent videos against Danny Garcia, against all these other fighters, and I'm not taking anything from him. He's a great fighter. He goes out there he goes out there for war. He's ready for anything. And it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight.
What did you make of those fights? And most importantly, did you feel that he beat Danny?
I honestly thought he beat Danny Garcia. I'm pretty sure everyone else thought the same thing too. But it's boxing. Everyone has their favorites. So this guy he's a tough guy. He's been fighting a lot of tough fighters, and he has a belt. He doesn't have a belt for no reason. He's a world champion, and I think he deserved that belt. But like I said, I think I'm ready. I'm ready for that belt, and I'm ready to fight him. I'm ready to take it.
You mentioned your time working with Manny and Tim. Tim's on this card as well, fighting Diego Chavez. What do you make of the main event?
Oh, the main event's gonna be a great fight as well. Diego Chavez is a good fighter. I saw him when he fought Brandon Rios. Great fight. And Timothy Bradley, also is a great fighter. I got the chance to work with him as well. It's going to be a good fight. That night's going to be a good night. There's going to be a lot of great fights that night.
It seems Tim's pretty stoked for your fight, though, too.
Yeah, he's stoked. Tim's a really cool guy. I met him, I want to say like 6-7 years ago. He's a cool guy, and he's a really good fighter. So he's going to put on a show, and we're going to put on a show too.
Well, I know you are, Jose. Thank you very much. Certainly appreciate it. Jose Benavidez takes on Mauricio Herrera the 13th of December on HBO.